Welcome back for another time in Comic Studio. And today we're going to be scrolling down without going to be clicking something as well to do this as well. I won't able to click something accidentally what it's trying to do. Oh yes, here it is. We're going to be checking out Rhythm Doctor Comic Studio. As we're going to be here it goes to do this as well. And let's give ourselves for a start to do this as we're gonna be trying to get things started for a little bit as well, and we're in the Rhythm Doctor. So the first thing we're gonna be trying to find out, we have most of those things as we gonna be possibly to do. What is actually gonna be to do wasn't going to be likely anything as we probably wanted to try as well. Because since that in Rhythm Heaven I was pretty a little bit success, like they're really pretty to do this as well. Instead of Sega like those to do this to be noticed as anything as well, Rhythm Doctor is owned by 7th Beat Games. Sprites and sprite sheets are made by the 7th Beat Games. Thanks to the wiki fandom Rhythm Cafe for providing them. As we're gonna be trying to do this to start with any characters. First is actually gonna be pretty exactly even for working in progress, and the characters could be able to be like adding for to do this as well. Kine West, more like Kine East. So we're gonna be started around for some sort of backgrounds as we're completely added to do this. We got the boiler room and make it itself for some sort of a daylight itself. So we added for just a little bit for one such as knowledge thing. We got the boiler itself for one thing. The Rhythm Heaven or some sort of nothing similar to Rhythm Heaven. Like nothing most likely is going to be else to do this. Not anything as elsewhere. But to do like something even from the luxury of those things, like anything from the one like I just probably try to find out. So stay for around for the sake of day in the desert, which is actually not but Lightning McQueen wasn't gonna be even try to get things a little bit even possible. Like the days are being went into the cafe. This is where something is not going to be a little bit even worse to do so. So I'm probably gonna be on top of the roof, but we cannot able to be figure it out. There's more sprites available that we're gonna be headed down, and we're actually headed down for some sort of a football field. So we have here the football field like anything as well. Not the football field that I just actually saying this. This is actually the baseball field that I was looking for the MLB reference as well. We didn't actually get to be using for those characters and for the namesake of the doctors as well. So I wouldn't be able to be seeing for some sort of videos from the Rhythm Doctor like those things. The characters were the Ada, Ian, Edega, the janitor, the samurai, Logan, Haley, and Haley, and Semantic, Coley, Nicole, Richard, Hug, Mina, Lucy, Lucia, and Cain. So, what is actually going to be trying to find like anything as well? So even it's actually going to be stands for rating the baseball player. The minor is actually isn't actually going to be pretty working to do this as well. So we have for Richard and the nickel thing like it else to do this. A beatbox rapper. He wasn't like a beatbox rapper or like anything as well. He got for its own for radio purpose. Unlike anything but its own that's setting him on fire. So, small child. Working like the samurai's enemy. And for the working of those peacemen, like something is kind of to do this. A red samurai and most of many of those samurais as well. And the janitor. Looks like we're gonna be about to include for some Total Drama Island characters or Cookie Run characters, like here for something like else. But before we're gonna be continuing to do this, it took from a half an hour, and I'm probably very sure that we just include around for the South Park comic studio like itself. South Park characters were for some sort of a big thing. And the last one for the finishing touch could be the janitors as well. And especially we got for the chef hatchets as well. So we have a little bit done, a little bit for very earlier to do this as anyways, and we got for much more many games or like anything as well that we got anything from above. So like other kinds of South Park characters were completely a lot, and most likely we got a lot of original for those things as well. These are the original Cookie Run characters, like the OC ones as well, and we just completely added Pizza Tower characters like the Pizza Tower itself and the South Park characters that we got here, including Total Drama Island characters that we got two of them. So Nora like this is absolutely pretty okay to do this, but I just expected likely to do this as well. So we got for most likely for some sort of persons that we got from over here. South Park characters be like anything that we need to do this as well. So before we're gonna be end of this video, it comes from a lot of characters like itself, and I hopefully that should be pretty a lot to do this. Like, by the way, we got for some sort of a Caminos who's still going to be added a little bit quietly as well. So we got Jocks as well, and like anything that we just going to get a little bit for pretty something like else. And the celebrities that we got for something a little bit new as well. So I'm probably going to get a little bit for going a little bit further as well. So we just added one of their cells like Min's, or pretty something like it's actually going to do for itself, but not one or two like anything what it pretty it was. So we still absolutely going to get a little bit many things is really possible that we know it. So I just put for many of those characters right over here, and some two automobiles here as well. So we're in the hospital like those any OCs like almost everywhere, almost literally for littering with girls like itself to do this as anyways, including for one boy right over here there must be 4 boys, 5 boys like itself in the hospital, especially with that person from South Park as well. South Park as well. So for so many girls like those things as well, and probably for some sort of a pizza man from those highly like those non-enemy persons from the South Park as well. A teacher from the South Park, Chef Hatchet, and a yellow lily cookie right over here. And there was a pizza man over here for some sort of a little bit of orange, a fake pepino in between for some sort of a baseball field, and the outback as well, with that person from some sort of for the pizza tower like itself or non-pizza tower, or which is actually for the sugary spire as well, that we just recently added a Jaguar F-type, like for one of those girl persons, for 3 girls and about 2 boys like itself, or just like a girl for this one of those things, or boy like this, including that we just added a Dodge Ram SRT10, or some sort of an SRT10 Dodge Ram in the outback or some sort of a desert, and inside for some sort of a boiler room in the basement we got a janitor from the South Park, and Chef Hatchet from Total Drama Island. So that is absolutely pretty all that to do this as well, as I'm not going to get rid of those like anything from above as well. So it got so many characters, but I'm refused to do this like anything as well. And just in case it won't be able to be losing everything as well, and I'm gonna be talk to you all later like this thing as well. Like anyways, so if you just leaving a like of this video or a previous videos that you're gonna be leaving a like from the last year as well, and the link to this comic studio of the Rhythm Doctor as well. The Rhythm Doctor could be in the link in the description below, and also that must be the link to access to the comic studio website as well, for some sort of a main website as even possible to do this. If you haven't suggest, try to do this if you're new about this for the person going for a comic studio. And you boys, anyways, thanks for watching, and I'm gonna be see you in about 2 days, or like itself, or gonna be talk to you mini lads and comic studio users all later. And another video is gonna be up next as well, that we're gonna be right back as soon as we possibly that we can, that we're making another video, as we're gonna be especially scheduled for on time as well, that we're just probably once as well, like anything as possibly to do this. So I'll be see you all later, including for such as mini lads as well.